Hi, I did this a few weeks ago, and I like parts of it. Well, I like the parts of it. I don't like the sum of the parts. I think the sky is I'm quite pleased with that, but it's too busy, and with this crashing wave up here, it doesn't really register. It's too big. I'm going to knock that out and repaint the sky. This is I've never been happy with, but I like that. But I'll put this up a bit higher, I think, and make the beach come around here a bit and simplify some of these waves. One sort of wave at the back and then some wavy white crashing foam, but there's just too much of it. I'm going to change the colour from the blue to the grey, I think. So, okay, let's get cracking. So, yellow ochre, I'm going to completely change the sky. I think it works better with a sort of a grey type of sky, so I'm just a bit of blacking, plenty of white. I like the one I did Monday. Plenty of white. Oops. It's probably a bit too yellow there. But I just want to kill this stuff here. You might think this is sacrilege, but it's only painting. You can always do it again. Just want to obliterate all this. And get some of that in there. I'll just fill that in there and then I'll go back to this bit here. I'm not working from any reference, I'm just making it up as I do. Right, okay, get that a bit darker on the horizon so that the white at the top of the wave will register. Right, I want to alter this rock now and I want to take that out, bring the back one into the foreground and put some recession there maybe. So bit of yellow. Bit of blue. Sort of Watergate Bay area where I'm going in some weeks. To a place called Crantock. There's the manor house for those that know it. It's a lovely spot. We went there 25 years ago. This is not really Watergate Bay now. It's but I'm making these headlands up. It's my Cornish impressions, and I'll just warm it up a little bit as we're coming round here. Okay, and this is going to be a different painting completely now. No going back. Can't wash it off. Someone, initials KK, left the comments about how they're progressing with cheap canvas from Walmart. So I've got a cup of tea here. He's bought a 9 by 6 foot sheet of it. It's thin, like a backdrop type of canvas. And he's using that to build up his acrylic textures using all sorts of things, and household white. Well, I've got household white, but I would stress that if you're thinking of selling your paintings, you should really use good primers, because you don't want somebody coming back a few years' time and saying the paint has fallen off the canvas. So use good quality primer. That's what I say. But not if you're experimenting and learning, as cheap as possible. But if you sell your work, you should really pay attention to reasonable quality materials. It's obvious, I know, but it's just a thought. Well, let's put in this coming across here. We'll get a bit of detail in here, just not too much, just to show some sandy cliffs. And I'm going to put a bit of mauve in there, sort of dirty mauve. Give an impression of some darker bits, but I don't want any black. Just lose the top of those cliffs. Okay, get that a bit straighter there. It's getting a bit overcast now, windy, some clouds. I just want to put a bit more of that cliff in there, but I'm keeping it on the cool side. Just trying to sort out the counter change here, or maybe if I can put that dark in there, let's put some light in there, some black, some darker at the back. I'm trying to separate this distant headlands from this bit here. But maybe we can do that with warm, cool colours. Bit of orange, bit of ochre. Get that gradually going around there. There's a little bit of green in with that. And going to less distinct. Oh, it's a bit better. the light on the nearer ridges would be light, and with the darker shadow behind. That's what I'm trying to establish with the blue. Oh, let's get that. How does that look like on the screen? No, that's better. Let's just get some green, dark green on the top of this. Going down to nothing, so let's have some lighter grey ochre colours now for the exposed friable sort of rock. I need to get that grey rock colour. Let's get that into one there. We'll bring the water. Don't know, they don't like that slope. That wouldn't be right for this bit of Cornwall, I don't think. And they're darker in there. And let's have a nice light greeny colour. Well, I'll move away from that and put some rocks in here, and coming into here with the water going further in to this bit here. So dark rocks. Just bringing some seaweedy something else, a bit better. I haven't finished the sky yet. So we're treating this as a completely new painting. It's a good idea to use a knife to get some blocky rock shapes. Water's going to go up there, but I need to there's something in there. Not sure about that, so paint that out. Let's save the brush. Good old burnt umber. My light green. Some nice colour in there. Right, I'm going to move away from the rocks in a moment. Just want to get some change those blues a bit. Two more greys. I hope you're not going uphill there. Right, now some burnt umber, ochres, plenty of white. Burnt umber is a great sand colour, but I'd modify it with a bit of white and a bit of try to keep it simple as possible. So the whole point of this is to make it simpler, more simple. Right, we'll go back into the sky now. Let that dry off and we do some more water, and then we can work on the rocks. What's happening now is that I'm lightening the whole colour of the tone of this from quite a dramatic but lots of colour to a more trying to be a more subtle painting. I think I'm going the way of more subtle statements with the acrylic. But I want essentially a grey sky, but with some warm areas. It's sort of a stormy, just drag over that a little bit, just to reduce that. Right, more grey. Just using black. A black grey made with black and white is just as good as anything else. I can put a little bit of cloud shape, but I don't want to complicate things again. Very textured, this board. I think I overdid it. with quiet. Take that sky over there onto the beach where the water's reflecting the sky. Oh, I really am enjoying doing this. Put some grey back, some shadow. Right, I want to put some warm colours in these rocks now. But I'm repeating myself there, so I want to make that probably a bit stronger. Bit of red in. Got a rocky bit here. What I normally forget to do, or usually forget to do, sorry, excuse me, I'm just going to shut my Velux window. Do all that flipping. That's it. Right, I can probably just change that, just make that, this one here just a little bit smaller. By using a bit of the grey, and then just show a little bit in there, shining through. Using a bit of the Queen of colours here, which is black. Right, I need some brilliant greens in there now just to show the light catching the coastal path to be running along the top of this and down into down the cliff. There's a bit of sap green here with yellow. In this coast, this bit of Cornwall, the cliffs around Watergate Bay are very crumbly. Very crumbly indeed. There's quite a lot of sort of alizarin-y type pigment in the rocks here, but I'm just using my cadmium red. I will show some sort of outcrops of rocky bits. I'm only suggesting. I'm not making portraits of anything here, but I want a good. I need to put a bit more dark in there. I'll use a smaller brush here for that, but I'm using black and blue, blue and red. This is good colour to show a sort of shadowy. A bit of this. Oh, I was going to say that I don't seem to put bits of seaweed, but I forget. I'll get that counter changed. Right. Just a bit darker in there, I think. Just sort of shadow there. Just put a little bit of difficult to show reflections in any rock pools here because it will be moving, but maybe we can try. Right, okay, now sort of rigor. Don't get a lot of seaweed washed up on Watergate Bay. It's only an idea of Watergate Bay. It's not a copy of anything. It's just a painting from memory. Okay, well I'm not sure whether you like that any better than the last one, but the last one now doesn't exist. It is no more. Okay. See, I'm a great believer now that less is more. Simple statements. I'll put that in a frame, and we'll have a look and see what it's like. I put a couple of nails in to stop it from falling out. I hope you like the finished painting. Just going to paint a couple of nails in, well 4 nails actually, one in each corner. There's nothing wrong in revising your paintings, they're yours after all. think I prefer that one. Let's take you back away from it and square on. Alright, whoops. Maybe I need to come up a bit. And look slightly down so that I'm more or less at right angles to that. Okay, well I think that looks a better picture now. I got a bit carried away with the previous one. I think this sort of keeps my interest going. So what we've done really is to absolutely simplify the sky. There's still a lot of colour in it, but without making loads of little clouds, just put a little bit drifting across. This is like a storm coming up or going. These headlands coming round the bay, then say that's 100 yards, 200 yards away from us. And there we are. It's a simple beach. I make no apologies for it not being realistic. You know, it's not meant to be realistic. It's as abstract as I can go, really, and stay true to my love of landscape. But have a go at these things. Copy this. And see what you do. Have fun with your acrylics. There's my lovely Masterson Stay Wet palette, all the colours, with the kitchen paper tissue underneath, with a good spray of water. It keeps these paints going for forever and a day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.